Thank you for liking the video. Who's coming in? Let me know. Who are you? Where are you coming from? Hey Jay, how you doing? Did you see my title? What will you do if crypto collapses? Thank you for liking the video. Like the video, like the video, like the video, like the video. Jay, how was your day? Like the video as you come in. Like the video. Hey Marge, how you doing? How's Georgia treating you? I was in Georgia last year. I had a good time. It was at Atlanta, but I stayed in Alpharetta. That's where I ended up staying, but of course came through the Atlanta airport. That airport is massive. Oh my goodness. So are you a retired, like are you a veteran? MAJS retired. Is that like Major S retired? Just curious. Jay Mirza, are you working doubles? Yeah, but I'm glad that you caught my live. It's rainy out there. Oh, you're in Fayetteville. Okay. Beautiful. Man, Jay, you're smart. Treat it like you have nothing. Let's see who else comes in and what people have to say to this. Major S retired. What do you have to say to that? Tell me. How long have you been in crypto, Major S retired? Lovely. Oh, 5-acre homestead. How far are you from the city? Amazing. 2017. When did you join my channel? I really like your contributions. They're very encouraging. 30 miles? So you're on well water, eh? You're probably on well water. Do you have animals? Okay, yeah. So we have our own municipality. So we're outside the city. The closest city to us is about 800,000 people, I would say. But our own little community is about 12,000. But I'm on well water too. They said if I pay like 10 grand, they'll bring me government water. I don't want government water. Oh my goodness, I'd love to visit your homestead. Ducks, chickens, rabbits. Ooh. Send me some pictures. Do you kill the ducks? Like for meat? Oh, thank you so much, Major S. Hey, yes, it's going down. So I have my ammunition. I was actually going to buy some today, but I decided to. What's going on in the kitchen? My love, what are you doing? Hey, too hyper to die. So do you think do you think it'll stay down at 180? Please like the video, guys. Do you think it'll stay down at 180? Crypto is going to hell in a handbasket. Well, Bitcoin is still ruling the market, so only males, okay. Buy more around 120. Yeah. If you don't have enough, then you can load up. 180 would be a very good price to enter for a lot of people. What do you say? Too hyper to die. Is it coming back up or just gonna stay down? Exactly. Holding on. Not worried about XRP. Man, why should you be worried? You have a homestead 5 acres, 30 miles from human beings. Yeah, way up. There are some people who have only 4,000. They want to get to 5,000, so that's their opportunity. I know it'll go. It will rip up. XRP is like a. Today I was actually thinking about it. It's like a slingshot, right? Pulling a slingshot. I made some gains on Zbeck. Then I like three times my money. Then I went and I bought more, but that was a stupid mistake because I should have known. You don't buy at the top. Never buy at the top. But then I got out my money. So if it collapses, I'll buy more. My life. I When I spoke to you, I didn't think you were like somebody. Okay, well, no, don't get me wrong. Retirement. It depends on okay. So yeah, what do you like? My life. Define retirement. Define retirement. Let's define retirement. Somebody define retirement for me here. Major S retired says yes. You don't like people? Major S. Yes, awesome, my life. My life is amazing. You should see her contributions. She doesn't comment on the videos, but she in live, oh my goodness, she's fire. If it collapses, I'll buy more. I'm ready to retire. You guys are crazy. This is how I built my homestead. Oh Lord. Freedom, man. Yes, tell me about it. Do you have a big home on it or just like a medium-sized house? Hey, Draper Resource. Yes, I am from Nigeria. Where are you from? Draper Care Resource. Care Source. But I don't live in Nigeria now. I just came from Nigeria 2 weeks ago. Bitcoin, okay. But you're not a Bitcoin maxi, right? Major S. Like, you're not one of those people who hates on XRP and stuff like that. Hey, Jeremiah 2911, I am good. And you, how are you, ma'am? Thank you for always asking after me. Like, how are you? How are you? That's you asked me this afternoon how I was. I want to say thank you for your care. 5 over 5 full basement. Oh wow. Retire means never work a 9 to 5 out of the. Okay, good. Because we have to define retirement. My wife was saying to me 2 years ago, "Oh, I want to retire in 3 years and all that." So we have one more year. The reality is, retiring doesn't mean you stop working. If you stop working, you'll die. You have to find something to do, but doing what you love. You can play golf in the morning and then go have meetings and strategize thinking. I heard the other day that an 80 something year old man, 80, like 85 or so, was going for a meeting to negotiate the purchase of a property. I'm like, why is he buying a property? Why is he building a new apartment block? He's a billionaire. It's what he's done. That guy will probably live up to 95, I'm telling you. Why? Because he has a vision ahead of him, you know. Major S, yeah. Bitcoin made you. This is the kind of Bitcoin person I like talking to. People who don't think that the only thing that they can ever talk about is Bitcoin. Say I read your book. Can you, Jeremiah 29:11? Can you please write me a review? Go back to the download button, the download email where you downloaded the link, and then just write a review on the book. The reviews help because when you have reviews that are kind of recent, people who are buying and they love to see that. So I need a host. I need like 10 people to write me reviews. What white people are trying to kill you? Where are you? Are you in America? Are white people really trying to kill you? Utter mugger. Why do you think white people are trying to kill you? I work a few hours every day. Like, what do you do for a few hours? Get on the computer, check what your Bitcoin is doing. Oh, God. I'm envious of you, Major S. Come on. Smart dude. Draper Kersos, that's right. Why do you think Solana will go to $3,800? Oh, man. So somebody has been watching my videos. Please like this live stream. Like the video, please. Why do you think Solana will go to 300? So the reason why I think so is that I had a dream and I saw it at $3,800. I rarely share those dreams, but and I don't have a lot of crypto dreams, but I saw it. And usually when I dream things like that, they come to pass. But besides that, I don't just go on prophetic. I try to study and see what's going on. When you look at have you looked at Solana? Solana is at 600. So let's say like the high, like the what was Solana's previous all time high, ATH. I think it was about 600 or something like that. Now I've never owned Solana. My first Solana I bought yesterday. I took some of the profit from what's this thing called? Zebek. And I bought a little bit of Solana, right? So, but I also see Solana as being very important. Do you remember when Trump wrote that post that they were going to put XRP, Solana, and Cardano? Those three he mentioned. That's not an accident. And I believe that they're still working on it, okay? But when you look at the market cap for Solana's memes, it's huge, it's humongous. Now, those memes I don't think will be around even after regulation. I think a lot of them will just disappear like that. There'll be rug pulls. People will lose money. A lot of stuff is going to happen. But hey, that's how when this system kicks in, all of this making fast money on meme coins will completely disappear. There'll be opportunities to make money like in gaming, in competition, online competition, and all kinds of things like that using cryptocurrency. But I really believe that Solana has that, So you do your research. After the dream, I've been studying Solana a little bit here and there. And again, it has issues. Solana crashes more than any other, their network, has some problems there, but they just seem to be up there. So perception in the community, crypto community on Solana is great, very high perception. It's being talked about in high governmental, in the corridors of power. So yeah. So first, it's my a revelation that was given to me. Secondly, in studying everything about it, its tokenomics, how it is involved in really, really pulling a lot of money. Like Solana pulls its own weight. It's pulling a lot of money with its memes from other other places. You see what I mean? So yeah, that's why I think so. You grow your own food. How big is your garden? Someone, are you going to work tomorrow? Why are you not cleaning up this bathroom now? Yes. 10 a.m. Yeah. Sorry, am I disturbing you? Yes. Sorry, guys. My wife was trying to get my son to do something. So that's the reality about being on live sometimes, and you have the family. That's why I sometimes stay outside. But it's okay. You guys, I hope you understand. She says, I'll be retired by 40 years old. I've been speaking it for 2 years. Men, I like your faith. Keep doing what you're doing. But you know also that if you're doing what you enjoy, you don't have to quit it, right? As long as it's not a job. So I'm glad that you're trying to get out of a job, like for the survival kind of thing. It's called the hamster wheel. My life, did you write me a review? Are you able to write a review for me? Like, did you download my book? Did you ever read it? I know you are more experienced, so you may not need the book. But yeah. So Jeremiah 29:11, thank you so much. Just go back to the download thing, and if you don't find it, just let me know what your email is. I'll resend it because we can find your email in the buyers like list of buyers, and then I'll just resend the download link to you, and then yeah. Draper Care Source, yes. How do you store your riches in heaven? How do you do that? By giving to the poor, by building kingdom structures, right? Is that how you do it? Draper Care Source. I wrote a book that anybody who downloads the book, I ask them to read it and then send me a review. The book is in the description. It's for crypto. I am 57 too. I'm glad you retired 10 years ago. Wow. I appreciate you, man. My life is young. She's a baby. I'm happy for her. At the moment, I know my wife is a lady. That's why I keep saying, you know, her. At the moment, only been in since March, trying to reach 1,000 extra. Yeah. All the best, Jamie. All the best. All the best. Feed the chickens, plant seeds, harvest, and can food. Okay, that's good. You probably have a family, right? And are they helping you? Or are you just living out there on your own, talking to the cows? Hello, Egyptian. You probably is afternoon for you out there in China, correct? Yes, you're getting a live, live and direct. I decided to do it a little later today. I do different times, just because my subscribers are all over the world. And sometimes if I do 5 p.m., I catch people in England. They're just going to bed, Norway. I did this morning and I caught people from Europe. It was amazing. It was amazing. The lives have been actually, I was surprised this morning. I almost got up to 80 people in my live. Yes, Major S retired. Solana is unstable. That's why I never got into it. But after my dream, I said, okay, hold on a second. Something is going on here. Sometimes there's things that it's just like when you look at Ethereum. Like look at Ethereum. Look at how expensive it is to deal with it, to do business with Ethereum, right? But the government gave them a pass. They never went through what Ripple went through. And look at where they are today. They're still the number two crypto. So not because they're the best. You try to move $20 out of an Ethereum wallet and you see the hit that you get for trying to move 20 USDT or whatever it is. On Coinbase, on the Base network, if you moved USDC on the Base network, you pay, it's free, zero, you know. So but what I think is that the combination of community strength, politics, the power that be. If, for example, there's some people in government who are in Solana, they don't care that it crashes, they don't care that it's unstable. It's their baby, they won't let it die. I don't know if you get what I mean. So that's where I am looking at it. It's not that I like Solana, but I have to also share what I'm given. If I've been given something and I'm meant to share it, I'll share it. Not financial advice. People should do their own research. I agree, Jay Mirza. I honestly 100% agree with you. In the realm of regulation, many of the Solana memes all of them would disappear, right? So, but I suspect that Solana will remain. Why should the president of the U.S. be talking Solana? I don't like Solana. I've never bought Solana until yesterday, and I just bought a very tiny amount. That's it. Because the idea for me is that, okay, if I know that it's going to go to say $3,000, okay, and I bought $50 worth, okay, my $50 is what percentage of the 3,000 is the $50? Sorry, of the 167 is $50. That's like a third, right, of the value. So if it gets to $3,800, my $50 will become something like $1,400. Someone is humming. So I agree with you, Jay, and Major. I agree with you all. Guys have a point. So I'm not asking anybody to buy Solana, but I just know that it's going to go up. You see the example I gave about Ethereum, right? The fact that look at how expensive it is. Look at how but all those smart contracts are written on it. They've made a killing over the years. For what? And yet they're going to be propped up by the government. Look at Bitcoin; it's a store of value. Like Bitcoin, like I have nothing against it, but what's the future of Bitcoin without the XRP ledger? I gave some of you an assignment to go look. Everyone, I said, go research Spend the Bits. How many of you researched Spend the Bits? How many of you did? I don't want to put it on here. I don't want to do a video where I will show you how everything is. It's not, I can't do that. Because that's when we start getting our accounts limited. Because it seems that there are people watching to see how much information you are giving out. I honestly I don't know. It just feels kind of weird. So, but who checked out Spend the Bits? Yes, God is good, Major. Okay, thank you so much, Jeremiah 29:11. Just look for the email. Oh, my life, you bought book. Yeah, I remember. There's a new book coming out, the one that I describe all of the different ISO cryptos and how they will be integrated into the system. Okay, how they'll be integrated into the system. I don't think you can go wrong with any of the ISO cryptos. People have been correcting me. There's somebody who keeps saying, "Oh, none of the cryptos is ISO. None of them is ISO." Okay, what should I say? ISO blockchain. ISO blockchain. The technical people don't like it when you say ISO crypto because it's not the crypto that is ISO compliant, it's the blockchain. So this is how I describe it. If somebody is telling you, oh, if you hear people say, oh, it's not, the crypto is not ISO, it's just semantics. Because really, if your father and mom are Greek and you grew up in their home and they spoke Greek every day, okay, when you go outside your house, people don't have, they know automatically that, I mean, if you speak Greek, they know where you got it from. So you are not, your parents are Greeks, and so you are Greek compliant by virtue of your parents who are Greek. You see what I mean? So the native token of any asset, of any blockchain that is ISO compliant, and the reason why the ISO standards, why the ISO 222 requires that the blockchain be the one they are looking at is because the blockchain is supposed to do a couple of things. Number one, it's supposed to tokenize value. Number two, it's supposed to move value, tokenize real world asset value, move value quickly, right? Number three, what else? A couple other things, but there's usually four things I talk about. But the main two is the movement of value and the tokenization and storage. Storage is number three because you are storing value. XRP will be a store of value. Electronium will be a store of value. Shiba Inu will come out to be a store of value. From being a meme coin, it is now what? A mainstream coin. Crypto. See? Mr. Flying Fox, what do you mean by another YouTube zealot? What does that mean? What does that mean? Um, if I was gifted, I have like $100 in Bitcoin. I mean, like, you know, it's just $100. You know, so you can keep it. It's your like. I don't think you should have any. You know, like if Bitcoin crashes, maybe you should sell it and buy orders at $2 each. I don't know. I honestly don't know what to tell you, but b- please don't take my eye honestly. If my plan was to go, because I didn't get Bitcoin at $100. I didn't get it at 10,000. I didn't get it at 1,000. Right. So I would rather go buy an altcoin that will give me a big bang for my money and then get into Bitcoin in the future, because Bitcoin is going to go to 500,000. Like there's only 21 million of them, only 19 million have been mined. Bitcoin will go up because the elite won't let it die. It's their pet rock. It's where they keep money. But I mean, at 7 transactions per second TPS, or is it 10, 9, or whatever it is, sometimes when you even pay your Bitcoin, the network would hold your money because the money you are sending, you didn't have enough to pay the fee. It's ridiculous. What did you say, Major retired as I do you? Sorry, I'm confused. Did I say something? Major S retired. Okay, so are you female or a male? Major S retired. Oh Lord. Hey Terry, how you doing? No one wants to do. No one wants to do. Oh God. Major S retired. You're so funny. Oh God. Yeah, a lot of people don't want to do farm work. In the city, people think that food comes from the grocery stores. Yeah. Thank you, Jay, for that suggestion. Yeah, sometimes I don't know what to say. Hey, Terry, why are you awake? Go to bed. Go to bed. Yeah. Are you okay, though? I hope you're okay. I hope you're not worried about anything, Terry. Or are you working? Are you like on a night shift or something? Jeremiah 29:11. You see, we have amazing folks on here, eh? People who just encourage you. Like, we all share. Iron sharpens iron. Like I said, I have $100 in Bitcoin on my Shake Pay. I just left it there. I don't look at it. I don't. The other day I saw it as it was like $109. I was like, oh, it made $9. So yes, what's your question, Terry? Go ahead. Yes, Jay, diversity, even in small amounts. Yes, XRP has to drop. It may even drop to $1.80, $1. But if you look at the charts, I want you to look at the charts, you'll see that Bitcoin, the XRP, and all the others are following Bitcoin right now. So don't let it bother you. If you have $10, buy a little bit more. Dollar cost average. Depends on how much you got in. So what was your average buy? Am I busy picking my nose? Edward Lawns? No, it's a habit. I wasn't really picking. It's just a habit. Maybe a bad habit, but if you don't like it, just get off my channel. Trump coin came through Solana, I believe, and that allowed it to make major gains tied to the Trump brand. Yes, yes. And there's a lot of other coins, and I agree. I think it's just nonsense when you get to see Dex Screener and you see all that Solana released 1 hour ago. It's like people are releasing coins right now as we're talking, almost by the minute. It's unbelievable. It's crazy. All right, Major S. Thank you. Yes, it's a good time. Look at the like if you go on if somebody comes screaming onto the channel, it's like, oh, XRP is going down, XRP is going down, XRP. I always know that sometimes it's either they're very emotional people, they can't handle the ups and downs. Somebody told me today, oh my goodness, it's dropping, it's dropping. I'm like, don't worry about it. That's what I'm telling you. It's not just so Jay, how did Trump know Solana? Who told him? Do you see what I'm saying? How did he know? The elite have their pet projects, even with the flaws, even with the cost. Like why aren't they giving up on Bitcoin? Like, oh, Bitcoin has made people wealthy. And I like that. That's awesome. But for the future, how is Bitcoin going to relate? And for you to know who is leading the way, the Middle East, Dubai, already are tokenizing 16 billion of real estate, real world assets on the XRP ledger. A prince, one of the princes of the Bin Saud family, has already put in 20 million the other day into some XRP thing. I forget all of it. I don't have my notes in front of me. But you see what I'm saying? Man, the next one you hear is Qatar. Qatar is going to say, okay, we're going to tokenize and we're going to use XRP, the XRP ledger. What does that tell you? This is why my video that went viral to almost 60,000 views, where I said XRP will suddenly rise or something like that, XRP will, you know, people are going to faint, or, it will be sudden. are not going to be prepared. This is going to be a slingshot moment for XRP. Treat the XRP like a shoe sale. Major S. Are you a shoe like buyer? But I like that. That's good, yes. Yes, Dubai is doing great things. They are leading the way because you know how in the world one superpower comes and another follows after a while, you know? That's what we're seeing. I got to get my charger here. That's what we're seeing, right? We're seeing one group of nations aligning, another dismembering. We're seeing the rise of the BRICS nations, and all of these things happening across the globe. Dogecoin, Jeremiah 29:11. Dogecoin is good, and you know, Elon Musk made them popular. Do you remember that one? So if you hold Doge, I think you should just keep it because it's gonna it's gonna explode. My beautiful wife is walking around, but I'm not gonna show her. She's doing the blinds. Yeah, that video went like, I'm sorry, I didn't. It wasn't like I was being cheeky or anything. I was just being serious because I have looked at this over and over and over again. Like some people are just gonna come and go, "Oh, XRP is dropping again." Well, it's good. Maybe this is a slingshot moment. None of us know. But as long as, so let me ask you a question. If a hotel is being built and there's going to be 100 rooms in the hotel, and each room is a luxury hotel, each room is going to be like maybe $600 a night. Now, if the room is full every night for 1 month, how much will that hotel make? It'll be 600 per room per night times 30. You see? So it'll be $600 per room per night. So if people stay, like think about it, $600 a night, multiply that. One room, if it's full every day, will give you 600 times 30. What is that? That's 18,000. Am I correct? And then multiply that by 100. You know how much that hotel brings in every month if it's all full. Okay. Now you look at the restaurant. You look at maybe they have some other services that they look at the valet services. Look at the laundry services. You look at all those things, room service. But while the hotel is being built, you cannot for anything say it's worth so much. You can only say it's going to be worth so much. Now, when the building is happening, do you know that there are many twists and turns? If you've ever built a home or if you've ever been involved in construction, whether it's residential or commercial, there's usually twists and turns, even renovations, just a common, simple renovation. We're trying to renovate my deck. I don't want to put a new deck yet because I'm thinking of a proper overhaul of the entire home. But so I thought it was going to take me a couple hours to sand it down. At a point, my wife came and said, "You know what? You've done so well. Let me help you." She helped me do a little bit, about maybe, a quarter of the work. Then my youngest son, came and helped. See, the value of the project, right now, we are estimating. There's always twists and turns. I thought it would take me a few hours, and it took me 2 days. Yes, just like the content. That's all. Thank you very much. So, Major, I really appreciate your. Yeah, I'm a preacher, so I don't know. Maybe that's what it is, and then I'm passionate about it. So Do you see what I'm saying? Maybe I should do a video on this common sense. Common sense. I'm a common sense crypto. There's a channel called Common Sense Crypto. I like that guy, Rich. But it's about common sense. What common sense are we applying here? You look at the crypto world, you look at everything that is happening, and you can come to a reasonable conclusion. A building is being built. I gave an example of the hydro building in my city, in the city, you know, next to us here. You know, that hydro building, they were building it for a long time. We didn't see it because they had built a wall around the construction area with a kind of a roof that came like at an angle down so that when things are dropping, it doesn't drop on people's heads. Protection, insurance, all that stuff. And people would go to the bus stop and take the bus. They never thought there was something going on. I, for a long time, didn't know. One day I turned a corner and I saw the tall building. Then I said, oh, this is why they had that kind of walkway with a roof to protect people from falling objects. But then the building began to go up. And then there are some skyscrapers, well, not exactly, but tall buildings around it. And so you wouldn't really see it from many angles. You have to take a vantage point as you come into that particular main street to see it. So right now, there are projects going on the XRP ledger. The rails have been laid worldwide. Non-disclosure agreements have been signed because that's the only way you can successfully do this kind of project. If people know and the news is reporting on it, and not just the news, the media can be bribed to be quiet, but you have investigative journalists, independent journalists these days with with YouTube. And then the lawsuits start coming. Why are you changing this? Are people going to lose their jobs? What happens when crypto takes over? Bam, 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 bam. Meh, 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 meh. And people will start carrying up the placards and everything, and there'll be Antifa, and there'll be all this kind of thing. Disruption. They don't want that. But you're having Bitcoin conference. What are you having Bitcoin conference for? You're having XRP Vegas. What are you having XRP Vegas for? This thing has come to stay. Major S retired and tell you that her life changed because of investing in Bitcoin. Modern Investor is a good guy. He's a good guy. You know, I like his. He says, "If you don't have Bitcoin, I'm sorry for you." But I like him because he's not a maxi who is foaming at the mouth. Like like some people are just foaming at the mouth. I told you, go and do spend the bits. Bitcoin was created to solve a problem, and it couldn't because there were errors in the as for being a store of value, as for being a revolutionary asset, the first of its kind, a digital asset. Come on, people. Bitcoin, it is. In my book, I did what is called a salute to Bitcoin. It's a very simple book. And if you've not downloaded it and you are new here, come on. My life, what's funny? LOL. I give you the giggles, right? That's good. That's good. Yeah. So this is exactly what happened. They've learned. The elite know. They've learned. When computers came in, the people with typewriters were out on the streets. They were fighting. The unions were like, "Oh no, whatever." You know, people who could type 100 words per per minute, or is it how many words per minute? They were fighting for their jobs. Stenographers. That's what they used to call them at the time. But computers wipe them out. If you did, if you wanted to keep your job or a better pay grade, you went to learn how to use a computer because the computer is not a typewriter, but it has a typewriter incorporated into it. I have seen opportunity and lost opportunity. That's why I'm passionate about this now. So if the crypto market collapses, don't go anywhere. The housing market collapsed in 2008 when Obama came in. Did you die? Did you leave? If you are still here, it means you are still alive. You see what I mean? Exactly. So expect what you, and sometimes what you can afford to lose is a little drop every day for 1 year to 5 years, and it becomes big. But that's the way to do it, so that you're not taking everything and betting the farm. Egyptian, thank you for that comment earlier today. You said, I don't know if you're still on here, Egyptian. You said I have been saying, don't bet the farm. No, you don't do that. It's new technology. Buy the dip. Big dreams. Buy the dip. The people made the money in the gold rush. They sold the shovels. Wow, 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 wow. Huh. This is some wisdom here. Somebody read that comment by Major S. The people who made the money in the gold rush sold the shovels. Oh, God. Man, thank you for that one. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm going to be off here in another. Oh, okay. I still have, I just want to do an hour and I'm out of here. But let's be, and if you're a believer like myself, you're a follower of Jesus Christ, I want to encourage you. This is a time for us to kind of lean in. I think the biggest asset that any believer will have today, of course, it's faith, but how does that faith work? I think it is the biggest asset to my mind, and I'm actually mulling this to start a training in our church on how to hear the voice of God. I think this is going to be the biggest tool to navigate the onslaught of evil and the vicissitudes of life in these times. We must learn how to hear him. You know, he said, my sheep hear my voice and they know me. I open the door and I go before them. You see, they follow me. You are buying the foundation, the technology of the new system. You have a portion of it. Hello from America. Hello from Canada. Woo! Thank you guys for not ignoring me because I'm Canadian. Yes, there's a scripture in Hebrews chapter 6, verse 12. It says, let us imitate those who through faith and patience obtained the promises. Look at Abraham. God tells him, oh, you're going to have a kid. Oh, you're going to have a whatever. And, you're, by this time, according to the time of life, Sarah, your wife, will conceive and she will bear a child. Oh, Abraham laughed. But do you see Abraham's life, all of the difficulties, all of the things that he had to go through? Look at Joseph and Mary. Oh, the angel comes in. She's just having her, moment, quietly sitting, enjoying herself. And the angel bursts in on her and say, oh, thou favored of God. People don't see the difficulties that were associated with that. It's like God gives her a calling and the calling becomes a problem because everybody's like, how is she with child when she's whatever, like she's supposed to, oh my goodness. That basically she could have been stoned, but for the protection of God. Look through scriptures, you see every time God gave a promise, every time God called someone, every time God gave a promise, there was warfare. That is why the Bible says that the prophecies that went before you are that you might by them war a good warfare. What are those promises? 1 Timothy chapter 1, verse 18. The prophecies that went before you. This is why we prophesy. There are seasons in the life of the church where prophecies are not as prevalent. But anytime God is about to do something, anytime the world is about to change from one system to the other, from one nations are about to, like when major changes are about to happen, the prophetic begin to hear, whether they like it or not, whether they are aware. It's not something that they just. Let me tell you how the prophetic operates. You can be just cooking in the kitchen, and boom, you just hear something, just like that. Or you just see a vision right in front of you. Or you'll be caused to write. Did you hear what I said? Caused to write. You wake up in the middle of the night and you are told, write these things. It's still that way today. It's still that way today. James at the great 51st state. I'll send the police after you to arrest you for saying that, J. Beans. You are mischaracterizing me, Jay, and you are misgendering me. How can you say I'm the 51st state? Who gave you that right? No, don't sell at a loss. Hodl. Yeah. Yes. Why? How dare Jay call me? Uh, you know, Daniel. Should we put Jay in a timeout for daring to call me for misgendering me as the 51st state? Jay, careful, man. We're gonna. Oh, I'll see you in court. I'll see you at the International Court at The Hague. If you can buy the rip or the dip, what are you talking about, Egyptian? Hold tight, stack it right, never sell. Somebody was asking me a question about staking XRP. Daniel, do you have? And I told them, like, I'm not doing any of that stuff. I have information with respect to XRP loans, but I'm not, even if I had information today about staking, I'm not interested because until regulation takes place. Do you know how many people's XRP has been stolen by some of these schemes? Daniel, this is why I think I'm going to put you in a timeout. You should be supporting me. Come on. No First Amendment. What are you talking about? We're trying to deal with Jay Misra here for where is Jay? Did he exit the room? Jay, Jay, oh God. Jay, you know what happens if they catch you, now we know your name, your YouTube name. If you dare give it at the border, I'll tell them, don't let him come into Canada. Yeah, that's okay. Jay, have you been to Canada? Ever? Via Flair. Okay. Well, if you're not, Uphold is not available in Canada. It's just in the US. There's a lot of things that we don't get here. So Uphold is reputable. But again, like I said, until full regulation, I'm a little concerned. I'm not going to do anything with anybody. See, let me tell you something, guys. Hey, Mary G, how you doing? Awesome, awesome. Congratulations on your Tangent wallet. Let me say something, guys. You are the value of these tokens are going to be astronomical. Oh, see, I did a little bit of research and I've been sharing it. Have you ever checked what the GDP of the world was in 1960? It was 1.3 trillion. Then 1970, I think it was 10 trillion. Then I'm not sure because I'm not on my computer, but there was crazy increments. And in fact, for 1970, that was when Nixon took the introduced the petrodollar with the agreement with Saudi Arabia and all of that, took America off the gold standard. And then as you go on, every 10 years, the GDP exploded. The only time the GDP did not explode was in COVID because there was no production and no new technology at the time, so to speak. But as we go from Web 2 to Web 3, and we see AI, cryptocurrencies, robotics converge on Web 3 with the movement of value as fast as an email, the world GDP will go from what it is right now to 20 or more times. That's just the minimum. I just look at the trajectory over the years. Now, each time there was an explosion from one technology to the other, from wired phones to wireless phones, it created new multi-millionaires. We were not hearing the word billionaire before. You know Benny Sanders? He used to say the millionaires and the millionaires and the millionaires. Then he's gotten old doing that thing. Then he now says the billionaires because he's now a multi-millionaire. The millionaires that are created, I'm not talking about the ones created by politics, trading, doing all kinds of things, but that are created because a product was created. Look at Apple. Look at the revolutionary how they revolutionized communication. So there have been dips, there have been difficulties. In fact, people who bought houses in 2008, they bought condos. People were walking away from their condos and people were giving cash very cheap for those properties. Ended up becoming wealthy. Dips are not for crying, they're for buying. That's what Digital Outlook says, right? Great dude, too. So, dead knitters, if you study XRP, the XRP ledger, you see, burning will always take place. What the kind of question you're asking me, dead knitters, New Zealand? Are you in New Zealand? The thing that you need to understand is how XRP is designed. Burning always take place every time a transaction takes place with a crypto. There's some, tokens are burnt, right? Some, tiny ripples are burnt, right? But the real appreciation will come from its original design. That's why I gave the story of a hotel. If you're building a 100-room hotel, until you get your first set of guests full in one night or even half full, you never can tell what the value of the hotel is. But you can guess. You can estimate because when we finish, each room will be $500 per night. Okay, and there are 100 rooms. We're gonna estimate that in the refrigerator in the rooms there'll be like per night there'll be like $100 sale because it's a luxury hotel. So do you see how it comes? It's when the hotel is commissioned and is running as a full-fledged hotel that you can say, are you guys listening to me or you're just chatting? Maybe you're doing your own conversation while I'm going like this. Major, what did you buy? I don't want to ramble if people are not part of my conversation. Let me join you what you're talking about. That's good. I was just trying to say that I want to also listen to what you guys are saying so you don't leave me behind. And I'm going on, but you guys are doing your own conversation. So I do have a decent wallet link. If anybody wants to use my link, go ahead and buy from me. I'll get $5. Did I tell you how decent stopped paying me in XRP? They didn't explain. They didn't say. They just said, nope, we're not doing it anymore. So a hotel that is built with 100 rooms, the estimated value is $500 per night times 100 rooms per night. If it's full every night, that's a lot of money. If you were to buy that hotel from me after I've run it for 2 years, you think I will sell it for the amount that I built it for? So say I built it for $5 million. It would be $5 million plus the return on investment you are expected to get. So you are going to pay me a whopping sum. And usually I think they go 5 to 10 years, depending on the business and the industry. So to buy that hotel from me, you need to go to the bank and borrow money, give me 5 million for construction. By the way, it won't be 5 million because now when it's finished, it will add another 25 to 100%, depending on where it is and the demand. So you pay me 10 million to take the hotel, and then you pay me something that you'll probably be paying over 10 years. So that hotel could easily go for anything like from 10 million to 20 million. Yet I built it for 5 million, but there are 100 rooms in it. XRP is like that. The ISO cryptos are like that. They have been built with purpose. They have been designed to do something. Until they are doing what they've been designed to do, there will be no price appreciation. That hotel with 100 rooms, when it is 25% full, that's 25 rooms. It'll earn you 100 per night times 25 rooms for 30 days, if that is the season. When it's summertime or winter skiing time, depending on where it is, or lake time, right? Or Hawaii time, and it's full every night for 3 months during the season, you make more. Now, the difference and the unique thing about XRP Ripple is that it's like a pipe that is expandable. There is no going down for it. This is what you need to understand. People ask me sometimes, is it going to go up and down? No, it's not. If there's a fluctuation, it will be very tiny. In fact, let me tell you what I believe is that they will set a rate. And the rate they will set will be based on mathematical equations based on facts. I have shared with you guys before the XRP calculator, and I don't do it anymore because I suffered some consequence. So if you want to watch the XRP calculator, it's $37.99 on my self-I page. You go there, you just click, actually it's in the description. I have 3 videos there that show you how XRP gets to high values. Don't tell me it is impossible, because I told you, if you look from 1960 to now, the first trillionaire or trillionaires will come out of crypto. The first world trillionaires will come out of crypto. No, that needs Swift. See, it's not about banks just going to adopt. You need to understand where it began. So I want you to Google deadness. Go Google Ripple ISO 222. Ripple. It'll take you to their website and you can read everything there. How this all started. The banks are not the one driving it. It's the technology to help solve a problem the banks have that has made the banks leprous, which is the nostro vostro system that ties down $30 trillion that is not doing anything. Ripple solved that problem. Ripple used to be a company called OpenCoin. They solved the problem with this technology, and then they've been sitting on the registration management group for the ISO 222. How can you have a stakeholder sitting on the registration board? Because they are the ones who wrote the code, they wrote everything. They told ISO, this is how you do it, this is how you do it. So to register anyone as ISO, Ripple is in part of that decision. XLM is part of that decision. They are both on because they're the ones who are going to run their own whole system. Detonates. So, so you need to, detonates. If you've not bought my book, go buy my book. It's in the description. Just buy. The reason why is that a lot of you are asking questions that is obvious you don't have the basic understanding of how it works. And if you don't have the basic understanding, you are holding something you don't understand. You do have, please don't misunderstand me. You have some understanding, but you need the knowledge. Yes, I'm selling my book. I'm trying to sell a book, and it's selling. Every day somebody buys one or two. So that's good. But you've got to read it or go find a book. Actually, there's no book like mine on Amazon. None. And I'm not on Amazon, by the way, because Jeff Bezos will take the 30% and they will use it for Blue Origin. I'm just kidding. I think 1 real is like $1 is like 6 reals, is it? Or I don't know. I had a call with a Brazilian today. It was beautiful, and he told me that their money is like 6 times to the U.S. or so, something like that. I don't know. Okay, there you go. So for you to buy something that's $10, you need 60 reals, right? Exactly. You must learn. So if you're on here, I know the people from your questions, I can tell that you probably don't have the basic understanding of how it works. So buy the book, download it. Don't say, oh, this guy wants to make money off me. People have to make money off you. That's how life works. If you don't allow someone to make money out from you because you don't think they should get it, What you don't, what you sow is what you reap. What you sow is what you reap. So it's good because what I do, I have one-on-one coaching is $250. So I show people from the beginning to the end. I have a syllabus. I teach them exactly, and they go, "Whoa, this is amazing!" Right? But instead of that, buy the book. It's $18.99. And then if you now need help, you can send an email, ask questions. So XLM is a peer-to-peer protocol, while XRP is institution to institution. AI takeover. I'm talking to you. Yes, Major S retired. The 2017 XRP wave was crazy. Man, you must have made good money. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. Just make sure that you buy a nice jet. Where will you land the jet? In your backyard? The ducks will be running all into the woods. Major S. Exactly. The fees for money does exactly, Daniel. That's what Brad Garlinghouse is talking about all the time. Can you imagine? You send $1,000 with Bitcoin. Bitcoin has failed in that doing that, right? But it has made money for people like Major S, which is good. Helicopter. What kind? Major S, what kind? Thank you, Deadnits. Appreciate it. Are you in New Zealand? Shiba Inu is the one. The question Deadnits asked really earlier on about burning tokens. I believe that Shiba Inu will do a massive burn to accommodate their status now in the mainstream. They will just get up and say we have to burn half of our supply, and then they'll do another one. So I think they're going to do two major things like that. That's what I think. Or schnook. Yes. She wants a freedom helicopter. Yes, I actually thought you were a guy. New Zealand. What time is it in New Zealand? Dead nights. I don't know how to pronounce that. She wants a freedom helicopter. Major S makes some very nice, good comments. I know the people who make good comments on the channel. They're always very powerful. All right, I'm gonna go to bed. It's I've been here for an hour and some minutes, but I want to say thank you everyone for chatting. Whatever happens to crypto, keep your faith in God. If you are a believer, yes, go get some rest. It says I got veggies to harvest and jelly to make. It will do the okay. Thank you so much, Jeremiah 29:11. God bless you, sister. Major S, thank you so much. God bless the XRP army. Woohoo! You guys rock. Dead Knights. Okay. Oh, are you new? Awesome. Okay. So go check out my book. Again, I'm not just trying to make a sale. It's a good piece of if you're new to crypto, or even if you have been in crypto and you don't fully understand how everything works, you will thank me for that book when you finish reading it. And buy it and write me a review, please. I'd appreciate it. Well, God bless you all. Have a good night. I'll see you in the next video tomorrow or next.